Hello, I'm Sam Lohman, president of the Art Association. Our guest today is Stephanie Audrey Kpoto, author of The Mark of Destiny, peace advocate with roles including software engineering, entrepreneurship, public policy, whilst leading initiatives in food security, health, community, resilience, and public-private partnerships, all to encourage peace and raise living standards. As National Youth Coordinator for the Women's Situation Room at the Angie Brooks International Center, she helps mobilize young people into the peace process. And through RISE and its planned Arts Academy, currently under construction, she uses the arts to create opportunity, affirm dignity, and strengthen social cohesion, exactly aligned with TAA's missions to encourage peaceful engagement through art. Stephanie, welcome to TAA Conversations on Art and Peace.
Thanks so much for having me.
When did you first realize that creative work can foster peaceful engagement?
I was born after the first tranche of the war, because Liberia had 14 years of civil unrest. And I saw in my daily life how art, song, entertainment, even on the local level, were used to soothe and calm people down. There's something the people in the rural area in Liberia call the talking drum, how they will creatively disseminate messages to, people beneath them, and even people living in the rural areas were able to soothe other people and solve conflict. Because, Liberia has a long history of conflict. And even personally for me, growing up as a young person, because we grew up under the spoils of the war, I would realize just listening to the songs of Whitney Houston, I knew I had a purpose as a child. I knew that it was the duty of others around me to show me all of the beauty that I possessed inside, just from hearing her greatest love of all. And I was able to learn from a lot of creativity, like songs, rhyme, how people would do storytelling in Liberia, because locally people would call the young children under the tree and they would tell them stories. And through that storage, you will be able to think and say, yeah, is this right to do this? Is this wrong to do this? Because I believe this is one great way that peace can be promoted by enabling your audience to grab the concepts that you're trying to throw at them and giving them the full leverage to decide what the true answer is in terms of, am I right for hating my brother? Is it going to be good if I instead promote them and create a better world? And with that power, that enigmatic power of storytelling, I have seen so much, and I believe so much that arts hue and arts can do a lot for young people and even adults.
Well said. But in your youth election and peaceful transition work that you do, where have the arts, song, spoken word, visuals helped de-escalate tension?
Oh, in many ways, in so many ways. Like, I'll give you a few examples. We have 16 counties, and we have different tribes and dialects. We were able to creatively make something we call the peace touch. It was something that was crafted, a mix of wood, a mix of tin, timber, and then we also had the fire to spark it up. And then we're able to unify everyone from each of those counties, bring them together, because of course they have their own kind of conflict amongst them. We're able to bring them together creatively. And you see they would dance and come to the floor, and say a lot about their counties, but it was something that we had to craft, something creative. And that way we saw people forget about their differences, and they were so focused on the art and the beauty of the art. That way, everyone left not having problems, but of course, having peaceful dialogues and were supportive of the process. And also on another end, again, we have some disaffected youths in the country that people call the Zogos for Liberia side. There are young people affected by the war who would normally make trouble, and even the politicians are noted for using them to cause violence. So we went into them And we told them stories, that created inspirational moments, and moments of silence, And from that point, I noticed that, they listen, because you would think because of all of the issues and all of the violence, the cause and the abuse of drugs that they still can rationalize. But from creatively listening to stories that gave them a choice, like, is this which you are doing right or is it wrong? They were able to come to terms with the fact that no, they were not taking the right decision. And the decisions to cause violence would destroy them more than it would destroy any politician's child. So we were able to network with them through that story. It resonated with them. And then we brought them in the room. They had their contacts all around the country. During that year of the Women's Situation Room, you will not believe that there was not one disaffected youth that caused issues. I was even able to inspire them to speak to the people, the eminent women. And it was so beautiful. It's like coming up, once I achieve what I want, I would make sure to have something creative, like an arts academy, so that we can be able to train more young people and inspire them, even create jobs for them so that they can do something tangible for their own lives, because this works a lot.
Well, it is rare to hear such a real life, relevant, actual experience where there is a direct correlation with the use of art to encourage peaceful engagement and make a profound impact on affected individuals. And for our international community of artists for peace, how can they apply the core lessons from your book, The Mark of Destiny, to encourage inner and community peace?
Two instances, from which I believe they will be able to gain more motivation or inspiration internationally. And the first part is the core lesson of the Mark of Destiny that tells every young person, including adults globally, that you have to guide the miracles of your own life, because number one, there's a divine emblem, your destiny, your purpose. And it is only you that have that right to give permission to destroy it. Because, for example, like I was saying, if you are an artist and you know your role and is to empower the world, is to heal the world, and you know how much difference you could make to empower and heal the world, don't give up on it. It's your destiny. No one can destroy it, because we know sometimes words from people who don't support what we do can create a lot of conflict in our mind, just emotionally, to try and divert us from what we're doing. But you have to stand firm, believe in yourself, and know that you will get there, and know that this is my purpose. And once I step into it, the world will listen. Because I believe this is how many global and great artists were able to just, stand upon the stage and command millions of audiences, because of course they were able to tap into their calling. So use this lesson. Don't give up. Know that no one can divert you once you put your mind to it. And absolutely, you're going to achieve what you want to achieve. And the second one would be, the aspect of love and unity, because that's another lesson in the story as well. Because if you go to the character trend, you would understand that, once you have love in your heart and once you don't forsake it, that's the first platform, or that's the first step, to achieving anything positive. Because I believe a lot of things go wrong. There's a lot of conflicts around the world because we don't give enough love to one another. Because if we love one another as we love ourselves, of course, we will do better.
And I think the message of your book are profound. I like particularly the concept of take control and shape your destiny.
Right.
Luck isn't by accident, and destiny is something we can control. It's taking control, making a strategic plan, and carrying it out step by step. I think it's an incredible message to our international community of artists, followers, and peacekeepers, quite frankly.
Just wanted to add, because you just inspired me more, though I wanted to touch only 2 points. Also, it goes into the core of spirituality. You know that nothing destroys you, nothing can shatter your voice unless you give permission to it. Because if you look at the character, and even looking at my personal life, I have been on life support for 4 hours. My heart didn't beat. But then again, I came through after 4 hours, vibrantly, and still touching the world. So there's nothing that can stop you. I believe it's a divine emblem. It is only us, because of course the universe has already given all the power to do all that we can do. Right.
Do you believe that art can encourage peace, inner, community, and global?
Yeah, in every way.
And what message would you like to share with TAA's international community of artists for peace?
Well, I would say international TAA artists have to realize the fact that, because I believe before you can be it, you must see it. They have to realize the fact that arts have so much power to transform our world positively, whether through the rhymes, whether through lyrics, whether through storytelling, or creatively painting portraits or doing poems. So they have to use that power. Let them see their creative talent as a power that could revolutionize things, that could heal the world, and that could promote peace. And this way, we will all, one after the other, be able to inspire one person, one at a time, and be able to globally make a mark for peace and for development. Because where there is peace, I believe there can be a whole lot of growth when it comes to development and empowerment.
Stephanie, thank you for your leadership in youth empowerment, arts-based education, guidance on self-motivation, peaceful civic engagement, and so much more. Your book, The Mark of Destiny, invites readers to find the hero within, take ownership of their path, think constructively, and act with purpose. Your life personifies that guidance in practice, and your work shows how conscious, strategic, purposeful, artistic, creative acts can move people to understanding to dialogue, and ultimately towards inner community and global peace. I'm Sam Lohman for the Art Association. To our viewers around the world, thank you for joining us and for including art in your pathway to peace.
Thank you for having me.